What if I told you that your brain keeps working for up to 10 minutes after your heart stops beating? In the moments before death, your body initiates a remarkable sequence of events. As oxygen levels drop, your brain triggers a massive release of neurotransmitters, including a flood of endorphins and DMT. Yes, the same compound found in psychedelic drugs. This chemical cocktail might explain why many people report feeling peaceful or even euphoric in their final moments. Your heart rate becomes irregular. A phenomenon called agonal breathing begins. Those gasping, labored breaths that can be disturbing to witness but are actually reflexive attempts by your brainstem to maintain oxygen flow. Blood pressure plummets, and circulation to your extremities slows, causing your skin to become pale and cool to the touch. But here's where it gets wild. Your brain doesn't just shut off like flipping a switch. Studies using EEG monitors on dying patients have revealed something extraordinary. In the 30 seconds before and after the heart stops, there's a surge of gamma wave activity. The same brain waves associated with dreaming, memory recall, and meditation. Your brain literally becomes hyperactive, possibly creating a final montage of your life. This could be the scientific explanation for the life flashing before your eyes phenomenon. Clinical death occurs when your heart stops beating and you stop breathing. But contrary to popular belief, this isn't the end. It's more like pressing pause. Your cells don't instantly die. They begin a gradual process of oxygen starvation. This is why CPR can bring people back even after several minutes of clinical death. Within seconds of your heart stopping, you lose consciousness as blood flow to your brain ceases. Your pupils dilate and become fixed. Reflexes disappear. To an observer, you appear completely lifeless. But inside, at the cellular level, a desperate battle for survival has just begun. Your brain cells, deprived of oxygen, switch to anaerobic metabolism, a far less efficient way of producing energy. They can survive this way for several minutes, which is why rapid medical intervention can sometimes reverse clinical death. During this window, your neurons are still structurally intact, just temporarily offline. Brain death and biological death are not the same thing, and this distinction has profound implications. Brain death occurs when all brain activity permanently ceases, including in the brainstem. This is considered legal death in most countries, even if machines keep your heart beating. But biological death, the death of all your cells, takes much longer. After your heart stops, different organs fail at different rates. Brain cells begin dying within 4 to 6 minutes without oxygen. Kidney and liver cells can survive for 30 minutes to an hour. Skin cells can remain viable for up to 24 hours, and bone cells can last several days. This staggered cellular death is why organ donation is possible. It's a race against time to harvest viable organs before they deteriorate beyond use. Your corneas can be transplanted up to 24 hours after death. Your heart and lungs need to be transplanted within 4 to 6 hours. Your liver has about 12 hours, and kidneys can last up to 36 hours on ice. Once biological death is complete, your body becomes a complex chemical factory. Without oxygen, cells can no longer maintain their integrity. Cell membranes rupture in a process called autolysis, literally self-digestion. Enzymes that normally break down food and waste now turn on the cells themselves. Your body's pH drops as lactic acid builds up. This acidic environment activates more enzymes, accelerating decomposition. Bacteria in your gut, no longer kept in check by your immune system, begin multiplying rapidly. They produce gases like methane, hydrogen sulfide, and ammonia, the source of decomposition's distinctive odor. These gases cause bloating, typically beginning 3-4 days after death. The pressure can become so intense that it forces fluids out of your body's orifices. It's gruesome but entirely natural, your body returning its borrowed elements to the earth. Temperature plays a crucial role in decomposition speed. The rule of thumb is that a body decomposes twice as fast for every 10 degrees Celsius increase in temperature. In water, decomposition is about half as fast as in air. Underground, it's 8 times slower. Near-death experiences occur in about 10 to 20% of people who come close to death. Common elements include out-of-body experiences, moving through a tunnel toward light, encountering deceased relatives, and experiencing a life review. While skeptics dismiss these as hallucinations, science is revealing fascinating patterns. Dr. Sam Parnia's AWARE study placed hidden images in hospital rooms that could only be seen from above. The goal: verify whether people claiming out-of-body experiences during cardiac arrest could actually perceive their surroundings. While most couldn't recall specific details, some reported surprisingly accurate observations of events during their resuscitation. Brain scans of people who've had NDEs show lasting changes. The temporal lobe, associated with processing sensory information and memory, shows increased activity. Some researchers theorize NDEs might be an evolutionary adaptation, a final burst of consciousness that historically might have given our ancestors one last chance at survival. The neurochemical explanation for NDEs is compelling. The dying brain releases a cocktail of chemicals including endorphins, natural painkillers, serotonin, associated with feelings of well-being, and DMT, a powerful hallucinogen. This chemical storm, combined with oxygen deprivation, could create the profound experiences people report. Here's something that will blow your mind. Your cells can remember being close to death. Studies on cardiac arrest survivors show that their cells exhibit changes in gene expression that can last for years. It's as if surviving death leaves a molecular signature. White blood cells from cardiac arrest survivors show decreased ability to regulate inflammation. This might explain why these survivors have higher rates of cognitive problems and depression. Your body literally remembers its brush with death at the cellular level. Even more bizarre, some genes actually become more active after death. In 2016, researchers at the University of Washington found that over 1,000 genes wake up after death, some remaining active for up to 4 days. These include developmental genes that haven't been active since you were an embryo, suggesting death might trigger ancient cellular programs. Some scientists propose quantum mechanics might play a role in consciousness and death. Dr. Stuart Hameroff and Sir Roger Penrose suggest consciousness arises from quantum processes in microtubules within brain cells. When we die, this quantum information doesn't disappear. It dissipates into the universe. While this remains highly controversial, some aspects are testable. Quantum effects have been observed in biological systems, including photosynthesis and possibly bird navigation. Could consciousness itself be quantum in nature? If so, what happens to that information when we die? This connects to theories about quantum immortality, the idea that consciousness might survive in parallel universes where you didn't die. It's wild speculation, but it shows how death pushes science to its absolute limits. You're never truly alone, even in death. Your body hosts trillions of microorganisms, and they outlive you. Within hours of death, your microbiome begins a predictable succession. Aerobic bacteria die off as oxygen depletes. Anaerobic bacteria thrive, producing the gases of decomposition. This microbial clock is so predictable that forensic scientists can estimate time of death by analyzing which bacteria are present. Your mouth bacteria are replaced by gut bacteria. Soil bacteria eventually colonize your remains. In a very real sense, death transforms you into an ecosystem. This process releases nutrients back into the environment. A human body contains about 2.6 kilograms of nitrogen, 1.2 kilograms of phosphorus, and 0.3 kilograms of potassium, valuable nutrients for plant growth. Some estimates suggest a decomposing body can increase soil nutrients in a 3-meter radius for up to 2 years. If this deep dive into the science of death has left you pondering your own mortality, and maybe appreciating life a little more, smash that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing explorations of science's biggest